Excited to be here, but we only have 20 minutes, so let's just jump right into it. People always ask me, they say, Ben, because that's my name, unless you don't like the show, in which case I'm Chris Angel, how do you do magic through a webcam? And it's great because it's all about perspective. And I have the ability to do magic now with tiny objects that everybody can see. This is an AirPod, as you might recognize. Of course, the further away from the camera I go, the smaller it gets. But if I just make sure it's clean very quickly, I can put that right up in front of the camera, and you can see, in fact, my ears are clean. But now, keeping in mind all these perspectives, I still want to try and find ways to surprise my audiences and have some fun. That being said, can you hear me now? That being said, one of the things I miss the most about live performances is that kinesthetic feedback. When people used to like something, I could hear it. And now all I get to do is see it. So it would be a big pleasure to me, or a favor to me, if you could do like one of my good friends, Kermit the Frog. If you see something you like, feel free to react visually. You don't have to go as crazy as him, but you know this guy's having a good time with his arms in the air, the big smile on his face. If you could do me a favor, let me see everybody's best excited reaction on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, go for it! Yes, all right! Oh, Steven and, Steven, you have a lovely assistant here. Who is that with you today, Steven?
Introduce yourself.
Roberta McCarthy.
That's my wife.
Oh, that's your wife. Wonderful. Thank you guys so much. Where are you zooming in from today?
Kingsborough.
Where is that? Oh, in New Hampshire, I'm guessing.
No, on the border.
On the border.
Oh, well, I had to take one guess. What do you expect? A mind reader? I don't know. It's okay. So, that being said, do we have any requests to get this party started?
Do a card trick.
I never expected anybody to say that. Let's go ahead and bring this in. Who was that? Was that Roberta? Now, like I said, what we're going to do right now is have a little bit of fun with a deck of cards. Oh, by the way, that little spin thing, that was 4 months of my life. I showed it to my wife, and she's like, what is that? I was like, magicians call it the Revolution Spin Control. It took me 4 months to learn. She's like, if you had told me that while we were dating, it would have been more like birth control. But that's another story. Now, friends, I'm going to get real with you for a second. About this time last year, I was feeling about as lost as Justin Bieber in a library. Because it had nothing to do with the pandemic. I ordered a deck of playing cards, and this is what I got. I opened the box, and I ended up with a deck of cards that had absolutely nothing on them. Nothing on the front, nothing on the back. This is what cards look like when they come from the factory. Yeah? And I had no idea what I was going to do. But then, my mentor said, he said, Ben, if this ever happens to you, we have a solution. All you have to do is find a lovely assistant. Steven, can you help me out?
Sure.
Fantastic. Steven, I have this deck of cards right here. Nothing on the front, nothing on the back. All I need from you is a magic word. What's the magic word going to be today?
Abracadabra.
Hey, man, nothing beats a classic. And just like that, now we have one card. Of course, we didn't get the whole deck. We only have one card right now, and it still doesn't have a back. But we're rocking and rolling. I bet you can come up with another magic word. We're going to see if we can get the back to appear on this card. All right, what's the next magic word going to be? Go for it.
Presto.
Presto! Ooh, and just like, man, you guys are so good. Just like that, the back appeared and vanished. Wow, you guys are really good. Well, that's never happened before. Oh, look at Roberta, this is how good you are. You have another card over here. It still doesn't have a face. So we have this deck, nothing on the front, nothing on the back. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put the two back over here, the back over here. I bet if the two of you say your magic words at the same time, we'll have a good result here. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3.
Presto.
And with just like that, look at that. Every single card in the deck has appeared. Now it's nothing really. I can tell by your applause. No, it's fine. It's fine. We're gonna get through this. Now, I know what some of you are thinking.
He has no social life.
You know, Roberta, that hurts my feelings you would say that to me, but I'm going to show you guys something right now that it's going to take about 4 minutes, and it's about 4 years of my life. This is how long I have been doing magic. Now, you should know that I take my card magic exceptionally seriously. I'm not one of those kind of fly by the seat of my pants, goofy guy. I'm sorry. That's embarrassing. I I had a bad deck of cards last night. I was doing that all day. I coughed up in the middle of the night. There was cards all over the dog. But like I said, I take what I do very serious. Oh my, dry heaving. We're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. You know, every time I do that, people say, Ben, can we take a look inside your mouth? And I want everyone here to see that there absolutely is nothing in it. Huh? Oh my goodness. Well, that's how the cards go down. You have to have a little bit of ginger ale. But, like I said, back to the matter at Sleight of Hand. What I'm going to do right now is a little bit more of a story than it is a magic trick. So, this is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here and find someone to help me out. How about Mallory? How are you doing today?
I'm good.
Mallory, your background game is strong. I love the bokeh blurry effect there. It's good. It's really good.
Thanks.
Yeah. So where are you zooming in from today?
I'm in Kirkland, Washington. So just outside of Seattle.
Outside of Seattle. There are some wonderful hiking trails around there. Do you like to hike?
I do like to hike.
You know, they say it's important to stay in shape these days. My grandma, she actually started hiking like 2 miles a day, every day when she turned 63. Today she's 94, and we don't know where the hell she is. But back to the matter at Sleight of Hand. So this is what we're going to do, Mallory. I have to ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a guy named Sam the Bellhop?
I have not.
That's good, because he never existed. But we're going to pretend for 1 second that Sam the Bellhop does exist, and he owns his own little place right down the street from the 654 Club. You ever heard of the 654 Club?
Nope.
You haven't? That's okay. You're going to hear about it a lot in a second here. So, one day, Sam the Bellhop was minding his own business in his restaurant when out of nowhere the two big doors, they opened wide, and in walked these 4 guys who were all dressed up just like kings. Now they went up to Sam, they said, Sam, this is such a nice place you got here. He said, well, thanks guys, I appreciate that. But we're going to be honest with you, Sam, it's a little slow. And he's like, well guys, it's 2021, we're at 50% occupancy, of course it's a little slow. They said, Sam, we're here to support our local business and have some fun. It's not like we can do fun virtual experiences every night, but we would appreciate it if you could help us out and find us a few people we could talk to. Maybe some ladies. We could see if we have anything in common, have a little bit of fun. And Sam looked at his watch. He said, well, you know what, guys? It's early, but I'm going to see what I can do. Now, Mallory, this is where you're going to help me out because you are going to help me cut the cards. All I'm going to do is dribble just like this, and whenever you want to, you say stop, and that's where we'll cut the cards. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Stop.
Ooh, right there. Is that the spot?
Sure.
I know that there's a lag sometime. I can drop a few
There's-
more or pick some up.
It's
up to you.
okay.
Oh.
That's good.
You know, you are more fun than bubble wrap, Mallory. This is great. I'm going to be honest. I have been doing this for over a decade, and I have never seen anyone cut the cards virtually as well as you just did. So you should be proud of it. I don't just say that to anyone. So the cards were cut, and Sam decided it was time to take a walk. So he went 1. He went 2. He went 3 blocks, said, tell you what, I know you want some people to hang out with, and this is what I found you. I found you a couple brunettes and a couple redheads. He said, Sam, that's incredible. Where'd you find them at? He said, I just went right down the street to the 654 Club. Yeah, they're all clubs, by the way. They said, Sam, you really are a heck of a guy. We think you deserve a $2 tip, and that's exactly what they gave him, a $2 tip. So now, the guys and the girls are sitting around having a good time, talking to one another, and it turns out they do have a lot in common. They all love virtual entertainment via Re-Elevate. They all love supporting local businesses. They're all excited to reconnect. And most of all, they all love playing cards. And they decided they want to get a card game started. The only problem is they don't have enough people to play cards. So they went up to Sam. They said, Sam, is there any way you can find us a few more people that we can play cards with? Sam looked at his watch. He's like, well, it's early, but I'll see what I can do. So now we're going to come over here to Ariella. Am I saying that right? Ariella?
It's Ariella.
Ariella, I apologize. Ariella, are you and Mallory in the same fuzzy room together? You have the same background.
I have to confess, I saw Mallory's background and I liked it so much that I went into settings and just changed it.
Oh, you know, I am a big fan of Natalie Emergent, Tiger Lily, Jealousy. I don't blame you at all. I'm going to do the same thing with my background when we're done with
I
this.
think
But
it's awesome. Thank you.
it does. We're all making friends here. You know, virtual entertainment, real connections. I love it. Ariella, you're going to help me cut the cards. This is going to be exciting. Whenever you want to, I'm going to dribble the cards. You just say stop whenever you want. That was fast. Is that the spot?
That's the spot. Yep.
Oh, you're committed to it. I dig it. You know what? I gotta be honest with you, Ariella. I've been doing this for over a decade, and I have never seen anyone cut the cards as well as you just did. Ever. And
I'm offended.
Ariella, I want you to know I don't just say that to anyone. So, the cards were cut. Sam decided it was time to take another walk. So, he went 1. He went 2. He went 3 blocks, said, I hope this isn't awkward, guys. I found you 4 people you can play cards with, but they're all named Jack. I hope that's okay. He said, Sam, that's incredible. Where'd you find all those guys named Jack? He said, I just went 3 blocks down the road to the 654 Club. He said, Sam, you know what? You really are a heck of a guy. We think you deserve another $2 tip, and hopefully that's what they gave him, a $2 tip. So now it's getting crazy. Now it's like one of those live holiday parties. There's cards on the table, money in the ceiling fan, clothes all over the place. But unfortunately, the guys ran into a little bit of trouble with the ladies, and they ended up owing the girls some money. They weren't as good at cards as they thought. And they ended up owing the girls $20. The problem is all they had was a $40 check. So they went up to Sam. They said, Sam, is there any way you can take this $40 check down to the bank, cash it, get us a couple 20s? Sam looked at his watch and said, well, you know what? It's early, but I'll see what I can do. So now they went and they brought in Kate. How are you doing today, Kate? Oop. Oh, can you unmute yourself?
We're a year into this and I'm still muted. Sorry about that.
it's A-okay, A-okay. I love you get some great sunshine in there. That's looking good.
Minnesota, it's like 40 degrees here today, but yeah.
Oh, I've done some acting in the Twin Cities at the Guthrie out there. I love Minnesota. But back to the matter at sleight of hand. Kate, what we have to do right now, I'm going to dribble the cards whenever you want to. You say stop, all right?
Okay. Stop.
Ooh, right there?
Yep.
I can drop a few more, pick some up. I'm working for you.
Nope, that's perfect.
That's the spot. We're going to go right there. You know what? I like the decisiveness, the commitment. I'm going to be honest with you. Kate, I've been doing this for over a decade, and I have never, ever seen anyone cut the cards as well as you just did virtually. And Kate, I don't just say that to anybody. So, the cards were cut by Kate. Sam decided it was time to take another walk. He went 1. He went 2. He went 3 blocks. He didn't go to the 654 Club. He went right down the street to the bank. He said, I got this $40 check. I need 2 20s. The bank said, I hope it's okay. We're out of 20s, so we're just going to give you 4 10s. Is that okay with you guys? I hope that's okay. So, they are really starting to like this guy, Sam. They say, Sam, you are such a nice guy. We're going to give you another $2 tip. By the way, that one little flippy move I just did with the card, that was 3 months of my life, but I like this crowd. I'm giving you guys everything I got. Give yourselves a round of applause for just being a good-looking group. Yeah? This is a great-looking group. I'll be honest, if it was legal to marry food, I would marry you guys before I marry pizza. This is how much fun I'm having today. But, back to the matter, at sleight of hand. So they are really starting to like this guy, Sam. They say, Sam, you are such a nice guy. You remind us of that magician. What's his name? Ben Whiting? He says, oh, shucks, guys, nobody's that nice. They say, well, Sam, you are that nice, but we're going to be honest, you look like you're kind of a young guy. And Sam said, well, I guess I kind of am. He said, we guess your age should be about, what, 38? He says, you're really close. I'm 39. He says, do you live around here? He said, no, I live in a fancy part of town called Traverse City, Michigan. It's funny because that's where I'm from. They said, well, where do you live? He said, my address is 1329 West H Street. Whoop, yeah, West H Street. They say, do you gamble much? He said, guys, you should know, I gamble every single day, 3 blocks down the street. And Mallory, where do they like to gamble at, Mallory?
Where do I like to gamble at?
Oh, no, where does Sam like to gamble at? That's right, the 654 Club. Fantastic. Remember, the 654 Club all the time. All the time. I like how you were about to like just divulge. So I like to gamble at this really sketchy place across the street. No. He said, have you seen at the 654 Club, they said, Sam, have you ever seen any really good hands when people are playing? They said, you wouldn't believe. The other day, this really attractive, funny, witty person named Kate Surgeon, she was there. She had 3 7s and a pair of 8s. They said, that's a full house. Did Kate win? Said, oh, no. Then this other girl there, her name was Mallory, and we didn't see her much because she usually gambles on the sketchy side of town, but she was here this night, and she had 3 aces and a pair of 9s. They said, that's an even better full house. Did Mallory win? Said, no, guys, I hate to tell you, Ben Whiting, the magician, he was there, and he had a straight flush. And that is the story of Sam the Bellhop and the 654 Club. Give yourselves a round of applause. Woo! Woo! I was getting nervous there for a second. I was sweating like Mike Tyson in a spelling bee. Man, but we are having some fun now. Somebody give me a dog and I'll tie him into a balloon. There we go. All right, all the good stuff. All the good stuff. Oh, dropped one card, but it's okay. He's being punished. Now, for my next card trick, one of the things I really like to do...
Read someone's mind, Magic Man.
Was that Mallory? Okay. All right. Not everyone's into card trick. So I'll tell you what, we'll get rid of the cards. We're going to get rid of the cards. We don't need them anymore. So let's read somebody's mind. How about we do that? So, Mallory, you want to help me out with this?
Sure.
All right, Mallory, I'm going to give you a choice. A choice between 3 objects. Now, I have made a prediction here amongst these 3 objects. We have whiskey, we have wine, and we have beer. Now, you'll notice there's $20 over here. The reason that is because if my prediction is wrong, every single person on this Zoom will get Venmo'd $20. Can you believe that? $20 if I am wrong in my prediction. I should point out, though, it will not be coming from me. It'll be coming from Kathleen Collins. She said she was good to go for it. I think, well, you might get a check. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But back to the matter of mind reading. Mallory, we have whiskey, we have beer, and we have wine. Do not let me influence you. Some people think I want you to pick whiskey because that's one of my favorite things to drink. I'll be honest. Most people pick wine, but there's no reason to let that influence you. And of course, beer, a classic choice right there in the middle. $20 on the line. What would you like, Mallory?
I have to just think of it.
Yeah, take as long as you like. I'll play some elevator music. Take as long as you like, but please hurry.
Okay, I got it.
Which one do you want?
Well, don't you have to guess?
Speak up. I'm not a mind reader.
I'll have whiskey.
Whiskey, right? Do you want to change your mind?
No.
So you are, ladies and gentlemen, Mallory is happy with the mind she has. Now, people always ask me, Ben, why do you actually have a $20 bill there, since you're going to just Venmo it anyway, or at least Kathleen would? And this is the reason, because this $20 bill is not, in fact, a $20 bill. It is, in fact, my prediction. I'm going to bring that right up there to the camera. Can you, by any chance, read that, Mallory?
I knew you would pick the whiskey.
Give Mallory a round of applause. Woo! That is the first time that has ever worked. I'm so happy it did. Now, I'll be honest. How much time do we have left here, Lex?
We have about 7 minutes.
7 minutes! That's not long at all. I'll tell you what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. We're going to come over here. How about Libby? How are you doing today, Libby? Now, there's a lot of fun stuff up here on the shelf. A lot of fun stuff. We have predictions, we have card tricks, we have some levitations, things like that, but we don't have a lot of time. So I'm going to go right now to one of my absolute favorite things on the shelf here, and that is this little guy. Has anyone here ever tried to solve one of these godforsaken things? Thumbs up, thumbs down? Anybody here? Yeah, some have, some haven't. We all know that this is awful. These things, it should be a form of torture. But I'm going to tell you a quick story because I have 2 of them up here and a prediction, but we're not going to use them. But I had a client who reached out to me probably about 9 years ago. And he said, Ben, we would love it if you could take a Rubik's Cube, because we're going to do this keynote on resilience and problem solving, hand it to somebody beautiful in the audience, let them mix it to their heart's desire, and then take it back and solve it in 10 seconds or less. And I said, okay, I'll do that. And I'll be honest, that was dumb. It's one of the dumbest things I ever committed to in my life. And the reason is, a Rubik's Cube has 43 quintillion different possible combinations. That's 43 million millions. To put that in a little more context, if you had one cube for every possible combination and you stacked them on top of each other, you would have enough cubes to get to Jupiter and back 129 times. Not a joke, assuming the planets are aligned. If you turn the cube once a second, every second, it would take you 1,400 trillion years to go through all the possible combinations. Meaning, if I had started mixing this cube at the Big Bang, I would still be going. So when I said, yeah, Give me a month. I'll figure out how to solve a Rubik's Cube in 10 seconds with one hand. It was a stupid, stupid idea. But I had to come up with something else instead. And this is what I came up with. So, are you there, Libby?
Hey.
Hey, Libby with the fantastic smile and the please don't pick me body language. I love it. This is what we're going to do, Libby. I'm going to give you... They say a Rubik's Cube can be solved in 10 moves. Always. Any cube. So I'm going to give you 10 moves. And this is how we're going to do it through the webcam. If you say the word right, I'm going to turn my right side. If you say the word left, I'll turn my left side. If you say top, I'll turn the top. If you say bottom, I'll turn the bottom. Sound good?
Right.
So right, left, top, or bottom. It's up to you.
Right.
1.
Right.
2.
Right.
3.
Top.
4.
Top.
5.
Right.
6.
Left. Left.
7. 8.
Top. Right.
9. 10. Who's clapping? I don't know who it was, but I'm looking over here. But I'll be honest, Libby, have you ever helped a magician before?
No.
I'll be honest, you still haven't. But it's okay. We're going to get through this. Because this is the thing, Libby. Like I said, the goal of this wasn't to solve anything. Because if you remember, I have another cube that's been here the whole time on my shelf. And I had both cubes there the whole time so people could see them. And this is what's fascinating about this. Libby, look at this. You actually matched one side of the cube. Isn't that crazy? Not only that, though. Libby, look at this. Look at this. 2 sides. 3 sides. 4 sides. 5 sides. And give her a round of applause because she did indeed match all 6 sides. Yes! Yes, Libby! Take a bow, Libby! Take a bow! You're knocking it out of the park. But we're not done yet. Because something I always do talk about in my keynotes is people often, we overestimate what we can accomplish in a day, or a week, or a month. But we underestimate what we can accomplish in 5 minutes a day for a year, or even just 3 months, or 6 months. And so one of the things I'm always inspired by is how people have taken little actions every day to reconnect with one another. Yes, 2020 was crazy, but it's the reason we're all here right now. And I hope you guys feel good about yourself because there's a great quote by Zig Ziglar that says, people generally don't care what you know until they know that you care. And just the mere fact that you guys came to this showcase lets me know that you care. And I know your time is the most valuable resource you have. So I want to thank you for sharing a little bit of it with me today. That being said, I have put about 5 minutes a day since this story happened, because it's a true story, about 5 minutes a day, every day, into solving Rubik's Cubes. You have to unmute yourself. I don't want to switch away from the camera because I don't want you to think I'm grabbing another cube or anything. But you guys want to see how fast I can solve this one? Yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down? Yep, I hear it. All right, so this is what I need everyone to do. I need everyone to unmute yourselves. Unmute yourselves. You're not going to be brought up on the camera. In a moment, I'm going to start playing some music. The timer is going to start going down. And when it gets to 10 seconds, I need everyone here, unmuted, counting with the timer. And I'm going to see if I can solve this cube with one hand in 10 seconds. It makes the heck out of this, Libby. By the way, if I get this done in 10 seconds, you better go crazy because this is not magic. This is simply lack of a social life. So, all right. So is everybody unmuted? I'm looking over here. Looks good? Looks good?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Yeah. Everyone give me a heck yeah if you're ready to go.
Heck yeah.
All right. I don't know why I'm asking you if you're ready. I think I got to do things. All right. So we're going to get the music started. When the timer gets to 10 seconds, everyone count down with it. And if I do this, you better go crazy. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, I need my mouse. Whew. Well, here we go.
10,
9, 8,
7,
6, 5,
4,
3, 2.
Oh, we got it! We got it! Give yourselves a round of applause. You guys are absolutely fantastic. They say that a magician is only as good as his audience, and if that is the case, Today was wonderful. Thank you guys so much for your time, energy, and attention. I sincerely hope to connect with all of you again. Lex, do we have any questions or what's happening next?
Yeah, so if anyone has any questions, of course, we have about a minute left. We usually end the demo at 1:30, but wanted to give people an opportunity to talk to Ben if that's something that you're interested in. And if not, just thank you for taking some time. This has been really lovely.
Oh, yeah, thank you all. Yeah, any questions at all? What do we have here?
Nothing. You can also, if you're feeling shy, you can always email us at hello@realivate.com. That's REELIVATE.
And I will say, a common question that I get is, what does the 1 hour show consist of? Is it the same thing or is it different stuff? And there are some of the similar things in there. But with the 1 hour show, or the 45-minute show, we get a lot more into the mind reading. So we have people looking up stuff on their phone and telling them what they're thinking of. And then we have a small group. And then I do a mind reading effect with everyone on the Zoom. So the mind reading kind of really builds itself out. And, people always ask me, what's the difference between magic and mind reading? And what I really like about it, magic, I always say, is like classical music. You learn your scales, you learn your notes, and if you play the right notes in the right order, you get music. Whereas mind reading, it's a lot more like improvisational jazz. I know what I'm capable of, I know what you know, and I know what's happening in this current moment. And if all those things get played right, you can have some really, really profound moments of connection and a lot of fun. And for me, that's why I like the mind reading, because you can't phone it in. You have to connect with the people who are there. And my wife refers to me as her Labrador Retriever extrovert husband, because I just want to connect with people all the time right now. But yeah, so that's the main question. Are there any other questions at all? Oh, Lindsay, am I saying that right?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Lindsay, I do my best. I do my best. Hold on, let me I'll highlight you here on the bigger screen here.
Oh, good. I love seeing my face even bigger. Thank you for this demonstration. I loved how you call out things like connection and resilience. And I'm wondering if your show is customizable in that way. So if like our organization is okay, so yes.
Yeah.
Great.
So I'll explain that a little bit. I was a full-time entertainer, magic and mind reader for over a decade, working at cruise ships and sales conferences. And I just got to the point where I wanted my work to have more of an impact. I wanted to feel like it was helping people more. And so I started doing the one thing I knew how to do, which was giving assistance with presentation skills, because all my degrees are in theater, acting, and playwriting. And one thing led to another, and I ended up developing my own keynotes, which was a TED Talk in 2016. And then shortly thereafter, I was hired by a leadership development firm and worked with them for 4 or 5 years. So the main thing I'm doing a lot of right now is entertaining with corporate training and leadership development. Because I don't know about you, but I've suffered death by PowerPoint more than once, we'll say. But that being said, anything you're working on, whether it's resilience, whether it's negotiation, whether it's crisis management, I can incorporate all those messages into a show. And then it's just a matter of determining how much do you want it to be. Do you want it to be 80% entertainment, 20% message, all the way up to, I can do 90% message and 10% entertainment. But that's just, that's kind of per client. So I always customize that. So long story short, yes. Any other questions? No? All right. I think we're good to go. Lex, is there anything else we need to do?
No, that's it. So I dropped the email in the chat if anyone wants that information, but hopefully we will see you soon. Thank you so much. Please enjoy your day.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful